Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Chitra. In this video, I'm going to be making an elderflower cordial. We have an abundance of elderberry bushes in our garden, and during the spring months, that is between May to early June, is when we get the flower in full bloom. This is also the right time to pick the elderflowers. Of course, we could leave the flowers for a little later date and they become berries. I will also add in the cards above the elderberry cough syrup recipe and also link it below in the description box. We have a few bushes and we cannot pick all the berries by the time it is a berry season. So we decided for the past few years to also pick the flowers. The elder flowers have a really nice smell and a very delicate flavor. So making a syrup or a cordial is ideal to refresh your summer drinks. You can add this to your homemade sodas or also as topping for your ice creams. This recipe was given to me by the teacher of my daughter's forest play group. When she was about 3 and 4 years old, she used to go to this forest play group and they used to do a lot of foraging during the spring and the summer months. She used to also make jam from wild strawberries and other berries. I tweaked it a little bit. I added a little bit more lemon for the citrusy flavor. This recipe is really easy to make. It just needs a little bit of patience. The best time to pick the flowers for your cordial is between May to June. A little bit after June it already is finished. There's no more smell in it and the flowers already start to dry up, and that's the reason we like to pick just when they are blooming. And you don't need to wash the flowers, you just have to tap it lightly in case there are any small bugs or anything, because once you wash them the flavor is gone. And pick the flowers when it is really sunny. There should be no dew in it. In case it was a rainy day, what I usually do is I just lay it on the towel for about a couple of hours at home and then I make the cordial. You will need about 15 to 20 bunches of the flowers. Then you also can add maybe 2 to 3 lime. You grate the zest of a couple of limes and make the juice of 2 limes. Then you will need about 1 kilogram of sugar and 1 liter of water. Make the sugar syrup, then add in the grated lemon zest and then the lemon juice. Additionally, if you want a citrusy flavor, cut thin slices of lemon and add it into the sugar syrup. Then you use the prepared flowers or the bunches of these elderflowers and dip it into the sugar syrup with the stem pointing upwards. You don't want the flavor of the stem, you just want the flower. And what I did was I clipped it together so that it doesn't sink in completely, and then let it rest for about 24 hours. Then filter it into sterilized bottles and use as needed. You will have to of course dilute it with water before drinking, otherwise it is too sweet. If you want this to be preserved a little bit longer, you could also can it for 10 minutes. I have sterilized the jar in my oven because I have a function for that, and I could also can it additionally. Let me show you how I'm going to be doing this recipe. So I was picking all these elder flowers. I have about 15 of these bunches. The juice of 2 lemon, juice this and use this for grating, and then you cut this into slices and add it into the sugar syrup. For the sugar syrup you will need 1 kilogram of castor sugar and then 1 liter of water. I am using this water from the Berkey water filter. You don't need to wash these. You can just tap it lightly to see if there are bugs. The best time to pick is when it is really sunny and there's no dew in the morning. So we picked it around midday time so that it is pretty dry. Just tap this to take out any kind of bugs or anything. If there are some small dried up stuff, you can take it out, but generally we pick just when it was fresh, so there shouldn't be anything drying up. When it is dried up, it's too late. This has such a nice smell, so I want to preserve the smell of this flower. Now I'm going to be cutting the lemon and setting this aside. And please make sure you use organic lemon only, because better that you don't have the chemicals, and usually in lemon they have this wax coating and we want to avoid that, and that is why I've chosen organic lemon, and that way you can also grate it. And I will be making a juice with this one, so I'm going to collect this just a little bit, about a teaspoon. Make sure you just do only the yellow part and not the pith. Next we will be making the sugar syrup. Bring the sugar water to a rolling boil till it has completely dissolved, and then add the sliced lemon and the zest of the lemon. We have arranged it all together. At this point I used a clip so that it stays in the same way. After 24 hours I filtered this and then stored it in sterilized glass bottles. I hope this video was useful to you, and I would suggest that you also take a look at the blog post for both the recipes with elderberry and elderflower. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye bye.